Alright, so I don't even want to give you guys a fake smile, but maybe that's my real smile. I woke up this morning in a bad mood because I didn't want to go to work. Alright, I watched my channel last night, like, why do I insist on turning on the camera right here if I know I feel subconscious about talking loud in the hallway? This is what I'm wearing today. Trying to put on my little choker necklace. Let's see. All clear. Anyways, I woke up this morning in a bad mood because I didn't want to go to work. I could have done a lot more to myself. I actually want my hair back, but this is not a vain video. This is a for real video. And I put on some encouraging word, and I just want to be real. I want to be real about everything that I am working on. And let me get past this. First of all, I gotta find out where my car is. I want to be real because it's just important to me. It's important for me to grow, and I couldn't really place my finger on why. And why was I in a bad mood? Let me articulate this. I should write this down in a journal so that I can kind of get over this, because it happens all the time. When I think about responsibility, sacrifice, and more tangible, like right now, I normally go out drinking on Thursdays, not like excessively, but I do have drinks, right? That's just something I have been doing for years now. And it's so funny, all this is going to tie in together, how the years really do add up. They really, really do. And I was like, and I also want to go shopping, and I want some designer boots really badly. First world problems, right? And I want to go get my face injected this weekend, and all this stuff that costs money, knowing that I need to be saving money right now and throwing money at debt right now, you know, for the thing that I really, for the big ticket purchase, which is the home, right? It's just really hard to grow up. I don't care where you are at, whether it is getting married, getting divorced, having a new baby, not having a baby, getting it laid off, taking a lower level pay or a higher level pay. It is really hard to make changes in your life for new areas. It really is. I do not want to make life seem so goody-goody. Now, on my Instagram, I am guilty because I love pictures. This ties in too, is because I called an old friend yesterday because I hadn't heard from them, and they were like, well, you just go back to living your beautiful life because your life is beautiful. What's up? Like, I hadn't even said anything. We hadn't even had a conversation, and that's what came out of their mouth. And I'm like, you know, that is not my intention. We are in this little social media aesthetic world, and yes, it's easy to get caught up in it, but I don't want to be like a contributor making people feel like whatever they're doing isn't worth talking about, or that I've got some kind of magic key or magic code. Does that make sense? I'm just like everybody else. I love the idea. Just another face in the crowd. You guys are seeing some of the behind the scenes of what I do when I'm just not wherever you saw me at, right? Anyway, so I got up this morning feeling very, like, I don't know, discouraged, overwhelmed, and not even discouraged. It was just like a feeling of the blahs. I felt immediately like, okay, everybody says to be grateful, like show gratitude. And I know it sounds petty, but I just could not get myself in a gratitude space. I was like, now, you know what? There are just certain things that I just don't want to do right now. I just don't want to make these, you know, not saying I'm not going to do it, but I don't want to do it. And that's even worse when you do something that you don't even want to do. If you work for somebody, you know what I mean. You do something that you don't want to do so that you can get the greater payoff, and then you keep doing it repeatedly. It does change you, right? Going to work every day does change a person. You know, if you sitting around on the couch or hanging around Leroy and them on the corner, and you get up and start going to work every day, they gonna say, man, you changing, you know? And keeping working changes you. Another thing that really changes you is staying humble. Not always being the person that is like the showboat, you know, not always getting the accolades or the titles, or always saying, oh, that's not my job, that's not what I get paid to do. I've taken that out of my vocabulary a long time ago. My only limitation that I will not do is clean toilets. if you catch me on the right day, I might clean out the bathroom counters, but I just won't do the toilets, okay? So it's a humbling thing, and the person that was mad at me, or mad at the world, because they're not mad at me because we hadn't even had a conversation, they're mad at the world, but it's because their lack of ability to be humble. And I see it again in their life, because I've known this person for years, and I just see it manifesting if you are arrogant. And some of us, and I'll put me in it, some of us are born arrogant. We just are. Some of us are born leaders or lone wolves, so we were not born to conform. That's me. And so I can relate to people who struggle in different kinds of environments, because I myself struggle. What it has made me do, it's made me be a quieter person, a more listening person, which has therefore made me a more knowledgeable person, and I can play off of my weakness and turn it into a strength. Does that make sense? But I digress, because I wanted to talk about this. So, you know, showing the gratitude sometimes is hard. I've got around the slowest car on the road right now. They're going to go like, nope, it's taking everything I have not to beat my horn right now. It's taking everything, because I saw myself beeping the horn yesterday. So, anyways, come on. I mean, they crazy. They're either crazy or the engine about to fall out. Oh, she old as I don't know what. She shouldn't even be in the car. Anyway, so then I turn on how I get my motivation. I'm not here to preach to y'all. Let me tell you this. There are enough preachers. I do not like the fact, I hate the fact that people have thrown away the whole entire book and the teachings of God in the Bible because of what somebody delivered as a message, or how a messenger offended them, or how they don't agree with what the messengers are doing. You know, I watch a lot of people on social media, just like regular people. That's like my thing of choice. I don't watch TV. I love social media, and I love inspirational and motivational. And then I got kind of turned off because I recognized a lot of people that I was watching that were inspirational and motivational were into crystals and manifestation and all this kind of jazz. And it's very interesting to me, and I'll just give you the cliche. Why would I praise the creation when I can praise the creator? You know, so when I need to go and get rejuvenated or refilled, I go into a place of just things that I cannot see, because it's the things that I cannot see that are actually bothering me. It's like, why does discipline bother me? How can I break that up off of myself? You know what I mean? So I turned on some word today. You guys know who my favorite preacher is, and I'm not going to go there, but I don't even see it as a preacher for me. I am looking for the word of God, because I know, and it's so funny, like even as I see all of this stuff like marketed and advertised, there is so much of it is Bible. So much of it. But I want to get just like a little bit deeper. Anyways, when I started to watch it today, what happened? When I started to watch it today, it was just like confirmation of being like a comeback kid and having things in line for yourself, and how the timing and the place has got to be right. And I've heard this message over and over and over again. It's like if so many people could get that word and really believe it. I hate that it looks so dark in here. That it's okay if things aren't instant. Sometimes things have got to line up. A lot of times things have got to line up in your life to make it for you. And I know that sounds weird, but think about people who were like almost promoted to like the job that they wanted, but then they quit or something, and then they found out that the boss they hated quit or retired, and they never thought that person was gonna go anywhere. Like that happens like time and time again. Or like if the office moves and nobody else is able to relocate but you, or maybe you're not able to relocate, so it forces you out into like a different place. But had that not happened to you, all this other stuff wouldn't have lined up for you. And that to me makes me, instantly puts me in a place of gratitude because I jump all over that knowledge. And that's how I get my gratitude, is I think about the truths to me. Yesterday I saw something that said, if you knew how powerful your mind was, you would never have a negative thought. And I was like, I'll be doggone, why am I having these negative thoughts when I know that the mind and what you believe is so powerful? And so when I turned it on today, and the message was all about, being dropped. Like, you can be dropped and you can be crippled and you can be walking around with an injury that is lasting you for years or for a lifetime just off of one damaging moment. And for me, it was like a confirmation word, is that I'm not going to be crippled for years. I'm not going to be damaged for years. I'm not going to carry around things for years, because that's where real anger comes from. That's where real bitterness comes from. That's where real defeat comes from. That's where real failure comes from, is if you are allowing whatever hurts you to go on for years, you must let it go. If you know me, I'm not talking about just you or you or you. I see it in so many people. Yes, I can be hurt. Yes, I can be nasty, but I will not hold it for years. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to fuss. I'm going to scream. I'm going to drink. I'm going to think. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to let it go, to get myself back to a place of balance. I'm not going to spend my life angry because I'm not getting what I want out of it. I've got to do what I got to do to make it line up. Like how the person I love to, God is a God of order. He ordered the days. He ordered the weeks. He even told you when to rest. He even told you to rest. People act like they have to get all of this enlightenment. No, you got to be ordered. And I don't think that I was put on this planet to just be damaged and to be down. And I was saying this like with so much conviction. I don't think I put in this planet just to be tortured for no reason. I'm saying it with conviction so that I can have that conviction in my heart that I do not allow myself to be defeated, you know what I mean, or to be discouraged because I've got to make a change, because I know that change is good. I know on the other side of change, so many great things happen. See, I gave myself a motivational talk. I'm trying to get up here to this office in a timely fashion. Let me know if you guys got something out of that. But I mean, like, I'm serious. Like, I can talk about that all day, and I probably want to talk about it in front of my little window with good light. It's like, how many times have you let something? I am way out. I'm gonna stay out there. It's about to get me. How many times have you let a crisis in your life or something bad in your life just linger on? And not talking about anybody but myself. I refuse it. I refuse it. I will not. I will not. I will let it go. Like right now, my bad spending habit. I gotta let it go. It doesn't serve me right now. It really doesn't. So, y'all, I done got so into my emo and into this conversation that I forgot where I was. I gotta go, y'all. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.